Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Take me home today. Take me out to play. Take me back into that sweet, sweet melody.
Good morning everyone and welcome to the final vlog of this trip. It is going home day today and I'm all packed up and ready to leave. I've loved staying here at Endless Summer. It's been a really, really nice hotel. The rooms are just so nice and big. They're light and airy. It's a fairly new hotel, so everything is very nice. You have the Starbucks downstairs. The food here is good and it's just been amazing. Getting Ubers just seems to be so easy. Every time I've called an Uber, there is someone like 1 minute away, if even that. So it's just been very good, very efficient, and I've really, really enjoyed staying here. I'm ready to leave the room now. Like I said, I'm all packed up, so I'm gonna head downstairs and grab a coffee. I'm gonna leave my luggage with Bell Services and just hang out here at the hotel this morning. I haven't got time really to do anything else. I need to leave in a couple of hours for the airport, so there's not really time to go anywhere, but I'm gonna find myself somewhere to sit and answer some more of your questions this morning. I didn't get round to them all the other day when I did the Q&A in the Magic Kingdom, so I'm gonna answer some more today. And I'll also show you the store downstairs because we're in a Universal hotel and they have a big store with all of the Universal merchandise. I haven't been over to the Universal parks this trip, so I thought I would show you that as well. I'll be flying from Terminal C today, which is the new one, so I'll be able to show you that, but in reverse. Obviously you saw it on the way out, and it looks like my flight is fairly full. When I was checking in yesterday online, it looked like most of the seats are taken, so I think it's going to be a busy one. Hopefully I might be able to get a little bit of sleep. I don't know, I don't usually get an awful lot of sleep on these flights on the way home, but it's fine, we'll see what happens. And for traveling home today, I'm wearing one of my Pour Moi dresses. These dresses are just so incredibly comfortable. I wear them in the parks, I wear them on travel days if it's a hotter time of year. They are just honestly the most comfortable thing ever. They are amazing. You can get this dress in so many different colours, so I will link it below. Okay, I have got the necessary energy here and I went for the baked croissant for breakfast. This is the baked apple croissant and it didn't look too big. It's quite a small one, so I thought I would give this a try. It's warm as well, looks really nice. And the line for the Bell stand, like the luggage services, was so incredibly long, so I decided to keep my suitcase with me. I can just drag it around with me. I've only got one, so there is no way I was going to stand in that line. I reckon it would have taken like 45 minutes just to get them to take my bag. If it quietens down later, then I might go and store it there, but it's fine, I'll just keep it with me. So let's just try this. This looks really nice. That is so good. I've never seen this before. I don't know whether it's like a seasonal thing or a new thing. This might be my new favourite breakfast thing at Starbucks. This is delicious, really, really good. Okay, let's get to a few more of these questions. I didn't get a chance to do all of them the other day. When I got to the Magic Kingdom, it was the day of the Halloween party. There was a lot going on and the day just got away with me. So I had tons more questions that I didn't get round to answering. Okay, Jade asks any plans to go on a Disney cruise. So I think I mentioned that in the previous one. I definitely want to do a Disney cruise. I haven't looked into it yet. I don't have a lot of experience with Disney cruises. I've only ever done the UK staycation cruise that they had in 2021, so I've never actually looked into booking one maybe from here, like doing Disney World and doing a cruise. So that is something that is on the agenda. I really would love to do that, so hopefully next year that will be happening. And What the Nag, love that name, says which are your favourite DVC resorts? I really do have a soft spot for Saratoga Springs. I actually think it's one of the more underrated ones. A lot of people are not that excited by it or not that bothered by it. I love it because it's the first ever Disney resort I stayed in. I just love the very relaxed vibe there. So I actually have a massive soft spot for Saratoga Springs. I also really love Bay Lake Tower because it's so close to the Magic Kingdom. Obviously I love the Grand Floridian because it's my home resort, and I have to say those resort rooms that Mum and I stayed in when we were there in May were just beautiful. I would stay there again in a heartbeat. So I would say that that is definitely up there. And the other one I would say is probably the Boardwalk. Location wise, I just can't beat that. It's right by Epcot, it's walking distance, and you guys know how much I love Epcot. So yeah, I would probably say Grand Floridian and Boardwalk, but I do just have this huge soft spot for Saratoga Springs also. Julie asks any tips on bagging a last minute reservation at Ohana. Have you ever tried to get one? I've tried to get a last minute reservation a couple of times, but that was quite a few years ago now. Normally I do try and book it 60 days out as soon as you possibly possibly can if I want Ohana, because it is so popular. Occasionally you do see reservations pop up. They are often for like 9 p.m, 9:15, quite late times to be eating, but if you really want to eat there, at least that is a reservation. The other thing I would say is always worth just going and asking if they can fit you in, especially early in the day. I think they open from like 3:30 or something, it's quite early, and then right up until like 9:30. It might be worth actually just going up to the podium and asking if they can fit you in for a walk up. It's not necessarily likely, but I would say if you haven't managed to get a reservation, it's still worth a try. I don't even know how to say this username. Someone is asking, when is your next trip after this one? Will you be there at Christmas? Yes, I will be actually. I'll be back in December to see all of the Christmas festivities, the Christmas party in the Magic Kingdom, Jollywood nights over at Hollywood Studios, and just generally taking in all of the Christmas atmosphere in the parks. And I'm also hoping to do Universal on that trip as well. Becky's asking, would you or have you visited Hong Kong Disney? I actually haven't. That's one of the 2 resorts I haven't done yet. So I haven't been to Hong Kong or Shanghai. I've done Tokyo, Paris, California, and Disney World. I want to do them all at some point, definitely. I think I would probably try and do Shanghai and Hong Kong on the same trip if I can make that happen at some point. Possibly even Tokyo as well if I'm kind of in that part of the world. So that will be quite a big trip to organise. I don't know when that will be happening, but it's definitely on my bucket list. Sarah is asking what's the best way to get to Disney Springs from Art of Animation. The best way is the bus. So there is a very regular bus from the resort going to Disney Springs. You could get an Uber if you wanted to, but obviously you would have to pay for that. So definitely bus is the easiest way. You do have Skyliner access at Art of Animation, which takes you to Hollywood Studios and also to Epcot, and everywhere else would be accessible by bus. Ricky's asking, are you doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? Yes, I did, and that vlog should be up now, so I will link it below. Tia is asking, will you ever go brunette again? I love the blonde. When it comes to hair, I would never say never, but I probably wouldn't. I actually have quite a few greys these days, and having blonde hair means that you can't see them. So blonde is a lot easier for me. It sounds weird to say that in terms of maintaining my hair. Having blonde hair, you do have to obviously keep having it done because my hair is naturally brunette, but then I just don't have to worry about any grey hairs because you can't really see them when you've got blonde hair. B-Man's Hopkin is asking, do you know the best, most cost-effective place to get one-day tickets to Universal? Yes, I actually tend to use Undercover Tourist. They are actually a US website. I've always been able to book my tickets there. You might have to use like a VPN, like a proxy, to get onto the website if you're booking from the UK. But you can purchase a one-day ticket there or a 2-day, and you can purchase the park-to-park tickets. When you're in the UK, it can be quite difficult to get hold of those. Most places just want to sell you the 14-day ticket, but it is more expensive than just buying a one-day ticket. I think when Catherine and I came, my ticket was about £100 cheaper than Catherine had paid for the 14-day ticket, and we only went for 1 day, so definitely it is worth saving yourself the £100. So that was Undercover Tourist. I will link them below, and they just send you an email to get your ticket. It was very straightforward. They don't send it to you in the post or anything. It's all just done via email, so it's nice and easy when you get to the park. This is a very interesting question because I actually found out the answer to this on this trip. Jake is asking, can you upgrade a Disney and Universal 14-day ticket to a Disney annual pass? So taking Universal out of the equation, can you upgrade a Disney 14-day ticket to an annual pass? You used to be able to because I've done it myself before. However, you cannot do it anymore. There might be different information out there, but Kate tried twice on this trip in different locations at Disney to upgrade a 14-day ticket to an annual pass, and they said categorically, no, you cannot do that anymore. I know you used to be able to, but she was told in no uncertain terms that that is no longer possible. So current information, because she actually tried to do it just this last week. K12 is saying, how do you feel about Dinosaur going away? I do love Dinosaur, and I actually really love the little pre-show bit. I feel like it's very like retro and vintage, so I will especially miss the pre-show. However, I have ridden the ride in California and in Tokyo, which is Indiana Jones themed. So it's a very similar ride, but just with the Indiana Jones theming. I especially loved it when I rode it for the first time in Tokyo, so I'm actually glad that they are retheming it to Indiana Jones. Shelley is asking, rarest character that you have ever met in the parks? In terms of characters I've met, I would say Lotso probably. You don't really get to meet Lotso very often. I was really hoping that Lotso would be there at this year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but he wasn't. I was really sad about that. I don't know, maybe I need to write to someone to ask them to bring him back, because that was the best character meet and greet, getting to meet him. It was so nice to meet the Winnie the Pooh characters in their costumes. The Seven Dwarfs are obviously quite a unique one as well. You don't get to meet any of those on like a day-to-day basis. The Winnie the Pooh characters you can, but not in their Halloween costumes. But Lotso certainly you do not see very often, and I loved meeting Lotso. E. Carol is saying, what was your worst experience at Disney? Oh gosh, that is an interesting one. I have to be totally honest, I really haven't had many bad experiences. I've had days where I've maybe been super tired or not feeling very well, or you know, things like that, but I don't really think that's like a bad experience at Disney. That's just something that happens to everybody. I would say probably the worst was when I did Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party in 2021, when I went for the first time since the pandemic in the November, and it just poured with rain the entire night. You probably saw that vlog. I was actually filming the fireworks with my poncho kind of like a sheet over the top of me, trying to keep the rain off, and you can actually hear the rain in that vlog. It was just so relentless. It rained all night. So I would say that because it did kind of ruin the vibe a little bit. But yeah, I really can't think of hardly any bad experiences I've had, but I've had my fair share of like getting sick and having sickness bugs or illnesses and whatever else while I've been at Disney, which is definitely a bad experience, but that's nothing to do with Disney. And Holly is asking, where is a good place to stay off-site for a cheaper trip? Honestly, right here at Endless Summer. So you have Dockside, which is where I'm staying, and then you have Surfside just across the road. And this particular hotel, for the dates that I've booked now and when I was looking for December, is very, very good value. So if you're looking to stay off-site, I would consider staying here, definitely. There's plenty of other hotels around here on International Drive or Lake Buena Vista that are near Disney that you will find at a good price. Just watch out, because some of them have resort fees on top of what you're seeing as the price, so you will actually have to pay resort fees when you get there. Whereas this hotel, the music has suddenly got very exciting in here. This hotel doesn't charge resort fees, so the price that you see is the price that you pay, and it was very, very good value. So I would actually say if you're planning to stay off site, then here is a good one. Yes, you do have to pay for Ubers going to and fro from Disney, but for me with this trip it was still worth it to stay here, even with going to and fro in Ubers most days. And Miss Leona is asking, I'm hoping to do a cheaper trip this year, so what's your top quick service restaurant in each park? It's like this music has suddenly got 10 times louder. One thing I would recommend if you're trying to save money is to eat kids meals in the quick service restaurants. For the most part they are plenty big enough, unless you have a really big appetite or you're very hungry. A kids meal usually is enough to keep you going during the day. And in each park, I would say my favourite, in Epcot I would say Regal Eagle is probably the best quick service in my opinion. In the Magic Kingdom, I really like Pinocchio Village House. I love the salad that they have with the chicken tenders on, I always get that. And over in Animal Kingdom, I would say the Yak and Yeti quick service location next to the restaurant. And Hollywood Studios, I always struggle a little bit in Hollywood Studios with quick service, to be honest. It's not my favourite park for quick service. I would say probably Backlot Express is the one that I would go to the most often. So I just went and grabbed some lunch before I go. I got myself a salad. I do love the salad here, and the avocado ranch dressing. I'm really going to miss this dressing. It's really nice. Okay, let's take a look in the Universal Studios store here. As soon as we come in, there is a lot of Harry Potter items. Got the 9 3/4 shirts and some Gryffindor items, including this. How cute is that? And they do have some of the wands here too. Got Harry, Luna, Fleur, Hermione, Ginny, and you can get yourself a sorting hat that moves and talks. And they do have the robes here as well for all the different houses, and those are $139, kind of pricey. They have these little bags with all of the different houses. Those are smaller than a Loungefly. They're actually quite small, you wouldn't get a lot in there. This Slytherin tie is majorly reminding me of my school tie. Oh, look at this little one. That's even smaller. Cute. And they have some journals and notebooks here too, including the Monster Book of Monsters there. They have some Christmas ornaments too. This one's nice. I've thought about getting this a lot of times, the Hogwarts letter. And they do have a small amount of the Halloween Horror Nights items here too. I always like it when the resorts do have specific stuff. Got a t-shirt there, a beach towel, mug. And if you do end up with a luggage emergency where you need to get something to take your purchases home, they do have some, but I bet you anything, $200, you'd be a lot better going to Walmart, trust me. It'd be worth the Uber to go and buy some luggage there. It's like a pared down version of the big stores that you get in the parks. They just have a few items from each thing, like Minions, Jurassic Park, Cat in the Hat, Simpsons. But lots of the Harry Potter stuff, because I would imagine that's the best seller they have. We've got some Marvel things back here. And then obviously they just have essentials, sunscreen and toiletries and stuff like that in case you've forgotten anything. I love these mugs where you can put your biscuits in the mouth, but I feel like you would not get a lot of coffee in there. And that's going to be it from this resort. It's time to get my Uber now, and I've really loved staying here. I definitely will on future trips. This would always be a go-to for me. The price was just so good, the rooms are amazing, you've got the Starbucks there. Really, really have enjoyed this hotel. And it's busy out here, there's a lot of activity going on today. I should mention as well that my Uber that I've just ordered for going to the airport, same terminal as when I came in, was almost $20 cheaper than I paid in previous times to come from the airport to the hotel. So that's actually quite significant. It must be the time of day, I guess. Normally when I'm getting in, there's probably a lot of people wanting to be picked up at the airport. But yeah, it's significantly cheaper going back the other way, which is good. Here we go. Let's go and do bag drop. Let's pray that the weighing scales are on our side today. I don't know about my bag. It doesn't feel too heavy. I think it's going to be kind of like on the cusp of 23 kilos. Like I said, I've already checked in online, so it's just a question of bag drop. And this is just so much more relaxed than the other terminal. I find when you come to check in over there, it is crazy. There's just people everywhere. It's always busy and way more relaxed than Gatwick was when I came out on this trip. Okay, I am all done going through security, and that was so easy. It's so much easier in this terminal than it is over in A&B. My flight has been delayed by about an hour, so I now have longer to wait than I thought. It's probably wishful thinking, but I'm going to take a quick look in this Walt Disney World store just in case they have either the Haunted Mansion blanket or the beaker mug that I really want. Let's just see if they have either of those. It's very beautiful in here. They actually don't have either of the items I'm looking for, but I am appreciating the 90s dance music. And I do just want to grab a couple of snacks for the plane. I'm wondering if this place might be good for that. They have a really big grab and go section. Hopefully they'll have something good. They have cereal flavoured milk, either Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruit Loops. They always have stuff you just would never get in the UK. So just to show you what they have here at the terminal, there's this TripAdvisor store. It's really random that it's TripAdvisor branded, I don't know, but there we go. They sell drinks and snacks and all that kind of thing. And like I've shown you before, this terminal is so big and light and airy. You've got the Disney store, there's a SeaWorld store and a Universal store, if you've forgotten any souvenirs. And down here you have Auntie Anne's Pretzels and Cinnabon. There is a Shake Shack. And right here is a Chick-fil-A. I may get that before I get on the plane. And they have a little bit of shopping here in the middle. Handbags and things like that. Just over here they have a pizza place, and there's also a place to get salads next to that. And then further around this way there's a couple of different restaurants. There was one attached to that little store I went in to get my drinks a moment ago. Then here you have City Arts Market, which is a gadget store type of place, but they have some snacks and things in there too, some clothing, bit of a kind of everything store. Then they have Duty Free next to it there, and they also have Summer House, which is a restaurant, and they have grab and go stuff in the downstairs part. And just over there is the Premium Lounge, so I guess if you have any lounge access with your airline that you're travelling with, that's where you would go. And then just above the SeaWorld store there, you can see those windows, that is the lounge. There's lots of people sat up there, and they have these huge screens that are really impressive. At the moment they have manatees there, sometimes there's fish floating by, and a gator there at the moment, but they're huge, these screens. And just to the left of that is a Starbucks, which is what I'm gonna get right now. Okay, I'm just here keeping an eye on the time. I think I've still got like an hour until we're gonna be boarding because of the delay. The delay is only about an hour, so it's not too terrible. And I'm just having some Chick-fil-A. I got some nuggets. I don't think I've ever had nuggets from here before. They look good, actually.
Welcome to London Gatwick South Terminal, where the local time is 7 in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off.
I have landed and there's a brand new Greggs right as soon as you get through the doors at arrivals. So I've got my coffee, I've got a sausage roll and hash brown. Not healthy, but I'm not sorry. I didn't eat on the plane, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm so tired. Okay, I'm gonna exit to go and find my coach stop now, and I got really confused. I was kind of planning in my head getting to the coach stop, and in my head I was at Heathrow and just realised I am not. I'm at Gatwick. I am actually going via Heathrow, so I need to get a bus to Heathrow and then switch over to go back to the southwest. I don't very often get buses from here, so I just need to go and find where I'm going. And I'm half asleep, to be honest, which is not helping. Oh, that is some nice, fresh, cool air compared to Florida the last 10 days. Oh my goodness, that feels good. Not that I love being home necessarily, but that air feels nice. And I think I need to go down in these lifts. Hey everyone, as you can see, I'm now back from the trip. As usual, once I've done those coach or train journeys back from the airport, I got home and just didn't round out the vlog. It always happens. Those journeys are never the best. It takes quite a long time to get back to my part of the world. And on that particular occasion, if I remember correctly, there was very heavy traffic. It took a long time to get home. So I didn't finish the vlog. I thought I would just quickly do that now. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. There will be another series along very, very soon because I'm heading to Disney World in about 10 days. Something like that, I think, and I'm going for the Christmas season, so I'm going to be showing you everything festive at Walt Disney World. I'll be going to the Christmas party in the Magic Kingdom. I'm also going to Jollywood Nights, which is a new Christmas event over at Hollywood Studios. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's like, and it's had mixed reviews so far, so I will go and give you an honest opinion of what I think. Sometimes with new events it takes a few of them for them to kind of tweak things, so by the time I get there I will let you know exactly what I think of it. And I'm also going to be going around the resorts showing you all of the decor there, all the Christmas trees, the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, and just all of the decor in the parks as well. I'm really looking forward to it. I wasn't there for Christmas last year and I can't wait to share all of that with you. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to tap the subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure that you're notified when I upload a new vlog. There will be a very short gap, probably just 1 week. Next week there won't be a vlog. Then there will be a pack with me video. The stuff that I take for a winter trip can be somewhat different to the rest of the time, so I'm going to do a video on that. And then there will be the Christmas party. I'm going to upload that ahead of the rest of the vlogs so that you can see that when it's still on the lead up to Christmas. I don't want you seeing that kind of later in January, and then it will go into the vlogs as normal, beginning with the travel day. And if you're not following on Instagram, you can head over there because obviously while I'm in Florida I will upload some stories and photos and stuff like that, so you can kind of get a bit of a preview of what's to come. And I'm also going to be showing you some other updates of just general stuff like Epcot. We'll be looking at the new Moana attraction. I'll probably go on the monorail around so we can see over the walls and see what else is happening. I'm going to take a look at the progress on the new building at the Polynesian. Lots of restaurants I haven't shown in the vlogs before. I'll be going over to Trails End, which has changed from a sit-down buffet restaurant over at Fort Wilderness. It's now a quick service location. I'll be checking that out as well. So there's loads to come. I'm going to be staying at Disney for the first half of the trip. So like I said, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for always watching these vlogs, taking the time out of your day, and for liking. It always helps if you give it a thumbs up, then other people can find the vlogs when they're looking for Disney World content. But I just want to thank you as always for being so supportive. I really do appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to the next series. Just a very, very short break, and then I will be over there again for lots of Christmas festive fun. So I hope you guys are all well and having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.